O seu cão pode estar a comer algo perigoso sem que você perceba. Uvas, chocolate, cebola, alho e até certos snacks podem colocar a vida dele em risco. E o pior, alguns destes alimentos parecem completamente inofensivos. Antes de voltar a dar comida ao seu cão, precisa de saber quais são os alimentos que nunca deve partilhar com ele.
Cinematic realistic photo. A South Asian man in his early 30s with short black hair, light stubble, wearing a casual gray t-shirt, sitting at a wooden dining table in a warm, sunlit kitchen, eating a plate of food. A medium-sized golden brown mixed breed dog with soft, floppy ears sits beside his chair, tilting its head and staring up at him with big, round, pleading eyes. Warm afternoon light, shallow depth of field, close-up shot on the dog's eyes. Cinematic, realistic photo. Same South Asian man in gray t-shirt breaking off a tiny piece of food from his plate with his fingers, holding it low near the same golden brown dog's nose, both bathed in soft window light. Gentle, affectionate expression on the man's face. Medium shot, warm home kitchen setting. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up of the golden brown dog happily chewing a small piece of plain food on a tiled kitchen floor, tail wagging, content expression. Soft, natural lighting, shallow focus. Cinematic, realistic photo. Split visual composition. On one side, a green apple slice and plain boiled chicken on a white plate. On the other, a bunch of dark grapes and a chocolate bar. Dramatic contrast lighting, symbolic still life on a wooden kitchen counter. Cinematic, realistic photo. The golden brown dog lying calmly on a rug in a cozy living room, looking relaxed and safe. Soft, warm lighting, South Asian-style home decor with patterned cushions. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up, dramatic shot of the same golden brown dog looking distressed on a stainless steel table inside a veterinary clinic, IV drip attached to its leg, a South Asian female veterinarian in blue scrubs standing beside it with a concerned expression, bright, clinical lighting. Cinematic, realistic photo. An overturned wicker fruit bowl on a kitchen floor with dark purple grapes and golden raisins scattered around, the golden brown dog sniffing curiously nearby. Warm kitchen background, top-down angle. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up macro shot of a bunch of fresh, dark grapes glistening with condensation next to a small pile of wrinkled raisins on a wooden cutting board. Dramatic side lighting emphasizing texture. Cinematic, realistic photo. Interior of a modern research laboratory. A South Asian female scientist in a white lab coat examining a petri dish under bright lab lighting. Shelves with scientific equipment in the background. Focused, serious expression. Symbolic representation of scientific discovery. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up of a chemical molecular structure diagram glowing on a computer screen, labeled subtly with scientific charts. Blurred lab background. Cool blue lighting. Symbolic of tartaric acid research. Cinematic, realistic photo. A festive dining table filled with hot cross buns, a fruitcake, granola bars, and cereal boxes. Warm, golden holiday lighting. The golden brown dog standing on hind legs sniffing at the table edge. Cozy South Asian home interior. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up of a slice of fruitcake studded with raisins falling from a table edge, motion blur capturing the fall, dramatic low angle, warm indoor lighting. Cinematic, realistic photo. The South Asian man in gray t-shirt rushing anxiously with the golden brown dog wrapped in a towel in his arms, walking quickly through a clinic door marked veterinary emergency, dim, urgent lighting, motion blur in background. Cinematic, realistic photo. A strict no symbol overlaid on an image of grapes and raisins on a kitchen counter. Bold, cautionary graphic style. High contrast lighting. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up of a South Asian woman's hands stirring a pot of onion and garlic-based curry on a stove. Steam rising. Warm kitchen lighting. Traditional spices scattered on counter. Cinematic, realistic photo. A bowl of leftover stew with visible onions and garlic pieces sitting on a dining table. The golden brown dog sniffing at the bowl's edge with curious expression. Warm indoor lighting. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up macro shot of red blood cells under a microscope view. Some cells appearing damaged and irregular. Scientific, medical visualization. Cool, clinical lighting. Symbolic of hemolytic anemia. Cinematic, realistic photo. A close-up of a package of garlic powder and onion powder stock cubes on a kitchen shelf, labels clearly visible. Soft kitchen lighting. Still life composition. Cinematic, realistic photo. A South Asian veterinarian in blue scrubs holding up a garlic bulb and shaking her head disapprovingly at the camera. Clinic background. Informative documentary-style shot. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up of a dog's food bowl containing seasoned meat scraps, clearly visible with herbs and onion pieces. The golden brown dog looking up worriedly. Warm kitchen floor setting. Cinematic, realistic photo. A pack of sugar-free chewing gum and mint tin lying open on a wooden coffee table. Close-up macro detail shot. Soft indoor lighting. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up of a peanut butter jar label with visible small text. A hand pointing at ingredient list. Kitchen counter background. Focused documentary-style lighting. Cinematic, realistic photo. Medical illustration-style visual of a dog's pancreas releasing a burst of golden insulin particles inside a stylized, transparent body diagram. Dramatic red warning glow. Educational infographic aesthetic. Cinematic, realistic photo. The golden brown dog lying weakly on the floor with dull eyes. A worried South Asian woman crouching beside it, touching its head gently. Dim, tense lighting, emotional close-up shot. Cinematic, realistic photo. A hand placing a small piece of pill hidden inside a dab of peanut butter onto a spoon. Close-up macro shot. Warm kitchen lighting. Cinematic, realistic photo. An open handbag on a hallway bench with a pack of chewing gum visible inside. The golden brown dog sniffing curiously nearby. Dim, evening lighting, tense atmosphere. Cinematic, realistic photo. Dramatic close-up of a smartphone screen showing a veterinary clinic phone number being dialed urgently by trembling hands. Blurred background, night lighting. Cinematic, realistic photo. A Sunday roast chicken dinner on a wooden dining table with visible bones, steam rising. The golden brown dog sitting attentively beside the table looking up. Warm, cozy lighting. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up macro shot of a cooked chicken bone splintering into sharp, brittle pieces. Dramatic side lighting emphasizing texture. Cinematic, realistic photo. Medical illustration-style diagram of a dog's digestive tract with a highlighted red area showing a bone fragment causing internal damage. Educational infographic aesthetic. Cinematic, realistic photo. The golden brown dog lying on an operating table at a veterinary clinic. A South Asian veterinarian surgeon in green scrubs and mask preparing surgical tools. Bright, clinical operating room lighting. Tense atmosphere. Cinematic, realistic photo. The South Asian man sitting on a porch step with the golden brown dog, looking relieved and thoughtful, holding a proper rubber dog chew toy in his hand. Warm evening sunset lighting. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up of a safe dog chew toy of appropriate size placed in the dog's mouth, the dog happily chewing on a rug, warm indoor lighting, content expression. Cinematic, realistic photo. A chocolate bar broken in half on a kitchen counter next to a hot chocolate mug with foam residue. The golden brown dog sniffing nearby with curious expression, warm kitchen lighting. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up, macro shot of dark chocolate chunks and cocoa powder in a bowl, dramatic, moody lighting emphasizing rich, dark color. Cinematic, realistic photo. A white chocolate bar on a marble countertop, soft, contrasting lighting, still life composition, cautionary visual. Cinematic, realistic photo. A steaming cup of coffee and used coffee grounds in a filter on a kitchen counter, the golden brown dog sniffing at the counter edge, warm morning light. Cinematic, realistic photo. Close-up of the golden brown dog panting heavily with tongue out, trembling slightly, sitting on a tiled floor, dim, tense lighting, emotional close-up shot. Cinematic, realistic photo. A medical illustration of a dog